Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn. Giving them all dressed like $1,000,000. Diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. Come with me, help me say. Turn your radio on. You gotta. Turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can get it on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Come on, y'all. I said that a little bit wrong this morning, but I'm tired. I just came out the gym. I'm a little out of sorts right now, but it's okay. I'll pull it together. But let me tell you something, man. I got a clear-cut message for you today. I really do. You know, as I've gotten older, I've began to take some supplements. And supplements are to help your body in things that it doesn't produce as much as it used to. You know, you got to take a vitamin supplement. There's mineral supplements. Because just, vitamin D supplement. Because vitamin D is important. And, as you get older, sometimes your body doesn't produce it at the rate that it used to. And so you take supplements. You got herbs that can help you out with digestion, ginger, things like that. It's a lot of things out there once you start talking to people that's in the know at health food stores and things of that nature. And if you're going in there and you're having trouble with this, or you're feeling like your eyesight ain't quite what it was, you're trying to get your hair and your nails together and they tell you to try biotin or something like that, or your joints is feeling a little achy and they recommend glucosamine and chondrogen and, stuff like supplements. And I take supplements all the time. Supplements are designed to help you replenish what's been depleted in your body. That's supplements. Now, there are people I can tell you who can speak a lot more aggressively and a lot more knowledgeable on this subject, but just giving you just a brief overview of my understanding of it. Now, if you've been living your life for a while, supplements are necessary for most of us. Now, also, if you've been living your life for a while, spiritually, you may need some supplements because you've just been at it for a while. You done got wore down a little bit. You're tired. Some people around you ain't changing. Some people around you draining. It's just life just keeps on coming. Life don't ever get no easier. It just, you become more knowledgeable about how to handle it. It does not get any easier. you continue to lose loved ones. You continue to have to confront the challenges. It's just that over a course of time, you become experienced and you can handle them better. But life don't get no easier. But spiritually, you get a little bit worn down. Well, you need some spiritual supplements too. And I'm just going to flat out tell you, the more God that you can replenish yourself with, the higher the dosage of God that you are willing to put into your spiritual self, the possibilities then become limitless. You actually have the ability to make a conscious decision to supplement your body, and you have a conscious decision to supplement your spirit. You can do both. So what I did was, I could just tell you what I did. I was taking all these supplements. I started taking supplements when I was about 45, I think. That's when I began. I was thinking about it one day, and I just went, wow, man. I started talking to some knowledgeable people. I found out I needed these things. But then spiritually, man, I started supplementing myself too. I started praying some more. I started trying to gain a little bit more knowledge and wisdom and understanding from scriptures and just try to make sense of all of it. You know, just make a little bit more sense out of my life. Make sure that I was on the right path. As a matter of fact, get on the right path. Find out my real purpose and my mission in life. And nobody can do that for you. That's something that you have to want to do. But I started supplementing my spiritual side of my life and supplementing my body. Now, I happen to be right now about in the best shape I've ever been in, technically. I can assure you, though, I am in the best shape spiritually I have ever been in. Now, my body has looked better. It really has. I mean, come on now. At where I am in life, at the stage, with the years I've been walking this earth, man, I'm cool. But spiritually, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. And what it's done for me, y'all, is gave me a peace and a calmness. You know, it used to be, man, I used to fight so hard against people who attacked me. Now, man, it ain't that serious to me. Because now I have a full understanding that if I come under attack, that God is with me. Because that's a promise he made. That's Isaiah 54:17. That's any weapon formed against you shall not prosper. You can't come and get me. I'm not here for you to take down, because you didn't put me here. So why would I fear a person bringing me down when they're not the reason that I'm here? So when you attack me, you have to be careful, because I ain't ever by myself. I formed a relationship with the Most High that I can rely on for protection, for coverage, and for peace. A lot of times when things used to stress me out, how to run this, how to handle this, how to deal with that. You know, fame is rough, man. And then you put that together with some business, and you put that together with your family. You got a lot of stuff you're trying to tend to. I have a peace of mind about it now, because I have someone who provides me with a sense of understanding and calmness that lets me know that this too shall pass, that it ain't just a saying that I heard old people say, that it ain't just something my mama used to tell me. It's something that can really happen once you get an understanding. This too shall pass. This is just another piece of life that you are now better equipped to handle. I'm telling you what it's done for me. Millions of people out there hear me, man. It's done the same thing for them. I'm telling it new to some people, but there's some people that sure enough understand what I'm saying. And then if you have known this but kind of forgot it, it's time for some supplements. So when you get like that, and now you find yourself in a situation with a disease or something, you got to do something. Now you got to start juicing all your greens. You got to start detoxing your body. You got to start purifying the system. See, the human body has always had a way to repair itself if you just give it a chance. Your mind has always had a chance to repair itself if you give it a chance. And your spirit always has a chance to repair itself if you give it a chance. It's the only way I can maintain at this level, and it's the only way I have any chance of going further. I have to increase my dosage of spiritual supplements. I got to talk to God a little bit more. I got to pray a little bit more. I got to understand his word a little bit more. That's all I'm telling you, man. If you do that, if you just pray more, if you just study a little bit more, man, just try to get an understanding. Ask him to help you understand. It will open up the possibilities of your life into a realm you never could have imagined. I'm telling you, that's real, okay?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
There is a special breaking news segment here. Breaking news, everybody. It's morning time. That means it's time for the Steve Harvey Morning Show. That's the breaking news because it's daybreak. That's what it is. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. This is what it is today. Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning, Steve. Carla's off today.
I know. Yeah. I was going to put Monica in her place with her voice on the radio. If you amplified it, scale people.
Hello.
Right there. See there? And that's just hello, folks. You have no idea where this is going.
4 hours of that, huh?
What up, Jay?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Ain't nothing, pimp. Hey, Junior.
What up,
Nephew Tommy. He's so...
He just woke up.
He just woke up.
Okay, so now he's going back to what he was.
Yeah. He just woke up. Boy, wake up. I know it's early, but wake up.
He was calling the hogs, man.
Oh,
He really
man.
was.
All of that, Steve.
All of that, man. He was all
Let's
in.
stretch that. Come on.
Well, how are you, sir? on this
Wait, I'm
Friday?
great. You know, I just got to make sure everybody up.
I'm up.
You know who come to work to sleep.
Who does that?
He drive all the way in and then go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, at least he sleeps here and not on the road.
Yeah. Give me some benefit.
Whew.
Yeah, man. Everything good. What's been going on? What's happening? What'd he
Same
do
old, same
today?
Oh, well, it's the same.
Donald.
Yeah, I know you mean. It's the same old stuff, Defending William Barr.
Nobody can testify. Like,
Yeah.
He's like,
It's the same. You know, it's the same. We just, if you're a Democrat, you know the work that needs to be done next
gotta
year in the
vote.
polls.
You gotta
You
vote.
gotta register, you
vote him
gotta
out.
vote.
That's the only way we're gonna
Yeah.
get rid of him.
Yeah.
Right.
And for the Democrats who are running, get it together, like Steve said. Pick one.
Out of 30.
Yeah, man. I think
Out
we
of
just
30.
look. We got too much right now. Y'all know. Listen to me.
Too much on our
Nancy
plate.
Pelosi need to get him in the room and go, look, you know you have no chance of beating Donald Trump. We're going to ask you to step down. We ain't got no Democratic fund for you. We ain't no ticket for you. We ain't flying you around. None of this. Stop. Take your contribution money and let them give it to who they want to.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to win.
You throw your weight behind whoever we take.
Matter of fact, give me a list, Monica. Can you do this for me right quick? Give me a list, Monica, of the Democratic candidates so far and text it to my phone.
There are 20. Let's see.
20. I'll narrow this down to 4 for you right now.
But-
Just do that on the next break. What we doing on next break, Shirley?
Oh, well, we got to run that. We got something funny. We got to run that prank back. All of that.
Okay.
And we'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are. You wanted a list of the 20 Democratic candidates, and you have that list. So
I have
let's
the
go.
list.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Uh-huh.
These are running And these are also who's qualified for debates and who's leading the money race. All right, let's go. Bennett, this is in alphabetical order. Bennett, no one knows him. Biden, everyone knows who he is. He has a shot. Booker.
Cory Booker out of New
Cory
Jersey.
Booker.
Mm-hmm.
He's a possibility. Buttigieg. Possibility.
Definitely.
Mayor
Yeah,
Pete.
he's doing pretty good.
Castro.
Oh, yeah.
I think he
Forgot about him. Yeah.
Okay, he ain't bad. We'll let him stay.
Here we go.
Delaney. Please step out.
Yeah, please.
Please.
If you don't hear your
When I
name,
call
step
your
out.
name.
When I call
You
your
don't
name.
hear.
Delaney,
Please go step
come
out.
on, step out. Gabbard.
Step out.
Come on, ma'am.
This
Let's
way, ma'am.
Step
This way.
out.
And don't waste time stepping out. Step out in a hurry. Okay?
Yeah.
Come on.
Gillibrand.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
she's
she
been
might-
around. Yeah.
She need to come on out.
Come on out.
No, let her
Why?
stay.
Some women have to be in there.
No, Shirley,
Yeah.
stop that now. Well, I'm telling you who ain't gonna win this
Oh,
thing.
okay, who's
I
not
don't
gonna
care.
win?
Now, when I take men out, don't be talking about don't leave no men in. This is not a sexist remark I'm making. I'm talking about people who have no shot of beating Donald
Okay.
Trump.
All right.
Harris, she can stay.
Mm-hmm.
Hickenlooper,
Let's go. Sir.
boy.
Let's go. Let's go. Your name alone.
Who?
Inslee, sir, step down.
Yeah.
And
We don't
don't
want
be
people
looking
voting for
sad when he
Inslee.
tell you to step out. Just step out, okay?
Klobuchar, Klobuchar.
Klobuchar.
Ain't-
Come on out.
Come on, Amy. This way, please.
Really?
Messan, Messam, the black dude.
Sir.
Come on out.
Sir.
I'm taking black people out, women out. Don't even try me. I'm
Okay.
telling you who got a real shot.
Okay.
Let's stop this.
Okay.
Moulton, come on out, sir. Stop. Better O'Rourke, you can stay.
Okay.
Ryan, who is he?
We didn't even know your
He
name was on
just
the list.
he just recently got in.
Okay, he need to stop. Bernie Sanders, he can stay. Swalwell, come on out.
Come on out, sir.
Yang,
Yang.
come on out, sir.
Yin and Yang.
Williamson,
Marianne Williamson.
come on out. Now, this is a 50-50 up in there, Elizabeth Warren.
So who's in?
Doing pretty good.
So, Elizabeth Warren is in.
Okay.
Bernie Sanders is in. That's 2. O'Rourke is 3. Harris is 4. Castro, Buttigieg, Booker, Biden. How many
Okay.
is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's 8.
He said Harris.
All right, that's all we need.
Yeah,
So
he's
it looks
doing
like
pretty
we got Biden, Sanders, Harris,
good. Jack.
Warren, Buttigieg. Yeah. I mean, that's
I
a
think
pretty
you can put it
impressive
down to
list.
5, Steve.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive list right there.
Now, Booker, Corey,
Cory Booker, yeah.
you know,
Loud. He's too loud.
Corey.
Too loud. He's just like, dude, tone it down. We hear you.
I just
Huh?
trying to think of how we can win this thing, man. Man, we got to get serious, though. I tell y'all, we have to get. We got to get serious now. This dude is building momentum. I'm telling you, he's taking the Mueller report, turning it to his advantage.
Exactly.
Now, Barr
exactly.
gonna mess around and wind up getting his ass impeached,
Yeah.
trying to save who need to be.
He's gonna be as sad as Roseanne Barr. If he keep on.
I mean, man, he just as crazy as he wanted.
Yeah, they need to really get on the ball. The Democrats need to come together, get behind these candidates, and give the people what they want. Give them good health care.
Got to get.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
you
they
know
have
what?
to.
Good health care
They have to do
has
the
to be a
issue.
must.
Yeah.
And I would love for this country to have everybody be able to get free medical. But with such a capitalistic society, How can we do that?
Right.
Because who would pay the doctors?
Mm-hmm.
And the people go to school to be doctors to earn a living. So I'm kind of stuck with how we're going to do that. Now, and then if it takes trillions of dollars, where does it come from? That's the thing about these things. I would love for everybody in this country to get free education so we can compete with other countries, because we're losing the education battle.
Yeah, and some candidates are promising that, but they haven't really said how they're going to do it. Yeah, I mean, I guess they'll tax the rich 1%.
Well, my thing is, if other countries can get free medical, we got way more money than a lot of other countries. Why can't we do it? They just got to find a way to make it work.
There is a way, man, but that would mean somebody's not going to make money. And these are very, very rich people who make money off medical expenses.
Yeah.
And if you think they're going to sit here and let us take their income from them, you're sadly mistaken.
Not going to do it.
So that's why it's hard.
The rich get richer. Mm-hmm.
That's why it's hard.
Yeah. But again, some of the candidates are promising these things.
Well, you know what? This time, people going to have to tell me how they going to do it.
Yeah.
It's like I was watching a story the other day about coal miners in West Virginia, how they're upset with Trump because he lied to them. I said, everybody, you can't bring coal mining.
You said that.
Back.
You
Never
absolutely
coming
said
back.
it. Yeah.
I said it a million times.
Yeah.
He promised them coal back.
Yeah.
Coal not coming back. Now everybody in West Virginia mad. Told
Right.
them.
All right, coming up next, the nephew with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, Kanye West is getting a cable TV show, and Facebook bans Minister Louis Farrakhan. But right now, let's run that prank back with the nephew. What you got, Nev?
Relationship departure, Shirley.
Well, thank you.
Relationship departure. We're on our way to the airport. Let's go.
Woo!
Hello?
Hey, Brian. Hey, baby.
Yeah, what's up?
I was calling to tell you, baby. Look, I just can't do this anymore.
I got it.
Huh? What
Hello?
Hello?
Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, this is Greg. I know you was just talking to Val, but this is Greg talking to you. It's Brian, right?
Greg who? Greg who? Yeah, this is Brian. Greg, I was just talking to my wife. Could you put her back on the phone?
No, I'm not gonna be able to do that. So,
Why can't you do that, man?
Hey, let me explain something to you.
Explain.
All right, there's some things, long conversations about this.
Whoa! How you know my wife on a first name basis like that, man? Who are you?
Like I said, man, my name is Greg.
Okay.
All right, at the airport. Okay.
Airport? Which airport? And why are you? What are you at the airport with my wife for?
Hey, let me. Hey, Doc. All of this is complicated. Okay, it's real.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, make it simple for me.
Okay. So what I want to explain to you. Let me explain to you, man. We've had a lot of long conversations about this. It's something that she's.
What? When? When was this? Why are you at the airport with my wife?
With me, and
why
is leaving with me? Okay.
What leaving? And what do you mean leaving? Leaving me? Oh hell no! Put her on the phone. Hey, I don't even want to talk to you, man. Put her on the phone. Put her on the phone, man. Look, you need to put her on the phone right now. Leaving. I don't believe that, man. I want to hear her say that.
You want to talk to him?
I don't hear you saying. Yeah, let me talk to my wife, man, because you about to make.
Brian.
Baby. Yeah. What's up? What's this dude talking about?
Calm down, sweetie.
Calm down
I've
for
been
nothing,
trying
baby.
to tell you this for a while. See, you think everything's okay, but it hasn't been okay.
Why are you telling me this over the phone? Why can't you just come home and tell me this to my face, baby?
Go sit down.
Why can't you just tell me this to my face?
Hey, bro, come on, man.
No, man, why are you on, man? I was just talking about wife, man.
Hey, bro, I know this is painful, man.
No, you don't know, all right? You don't know nothing,
hey, brother,
all right?
I know this
you
is.
don't know nothing.
Okay.
I can't believe this. Just put my wife on the phone, please. Please, if you got any ounce of a man in you, just put my wife back on the phone.
All right, bro. Let me say. Can I say something to you, man?
What you got to say, man? Unless it's my wife on the phone, but you ain't got nothing to tell me.
I'm gonna put her on in a second, but let me say this to you, man.
Say, man, and wrap it up, all right? Because I need to talk to my wife.
I just want you to know this, Brian.
Let me know something.
This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Tommy
got me to prank phone call you.
What? You? Hold on. So, okay, if you pranking me, what's up with the airport stuff in the back then? Y'all at the airport?
No, bro. Your wife is here at the studio, man. Ain't nothing happening, man. Your wife, hold on, I'm going to let you talk to her.
Yeah.
You all right? First of all, are you all right?
Man, oh, man, it was about to be a murder scene, man.
Mm-hmm. Look at me now. Now who's the big prankster, huh? I got you. Finally.
You could have been a little bit more
I'm
subtle
so
than
tired
this.
of you doing that to me.
Ooh.
You and your brother, you think y'all the only ones can prank people.
So you and your brother be pranking all the time, man.
Boy, man, it's light stuff, though. I ain't girl, you ain't.
Oh, happy birthday, baby.
Oh, you got a birthday coming up? Happy birthday, Brian.
Yeah, man. Great gifts. Great gifts, man. Let me talk to my wife, man.
All right, I ain't got nothing to do with your wife. Hold on.
Please.
What?
Woman, you got me, all right? Don't. You ain't got to go this far, all right? You ain't got to go this far every time.
It's supposed to be funny. I did feel a little bad when you kind of started tearing up, but I'm glad to know you fight for me like that.
Yeah. Fight. It was going to be some fights. It wasn't going to be a fight. Oh, girl, just, hey, bring your black home.
I'm coming, baby.
Don't even stop at red light.
Say don't stop at red light. Did I bother y'all with that?
You bothered him.
Did I bother y'all?
Oh, you bothered him,
Was he crying? Was he whimpering? Did I hear a whimper in there? Was he whimpering?
Yes,
Yeah,
you did.
Little whimper. Y'all heard it?
Oh, my goodness, Tommy. You
You
scare
don't
me.
stop, man. You just
He
keep
makes
going.
me so nervous with these, Junior.
Junior, you got to push it all the way up to the line.
But
Push
man,
it all
but
the
you
way up.
leaving with the man wife though.
Yes. Junior,
Man, if you had any kind of.
if you're any kind of man, would you put my wife on what is that in your voice? Would you, if you was if you was any kind of man, would you put my wife on the phone? I know you not up in here praying.
Tommy,
Yes, sir.
for real, when I got through crying and I found you, I'm whooping your ass.
For real.
No, for real.
Joke or not.
Yeah.
You would fight me after all of that?
Oh, it wouldn't be a fight. You didn't hear what I said.
Okay. We're in the middle of a fight.
If you swing back, it's just going to make it worse.
All right, well, check this out, Unc. Virginia Beach. I'm here right now. I'm in Virginia Beach. Show last night.
That's why
you know
your
what?
voice sounds a little hoarse.
It's a little hoarse. I've
Yeah.
been rocking. Unc, I added a 4 o'clock show on Saturday. It's gone. So
Oh, wow.
let
Congratulations.
me tell you what the nephew did. The nephew added a 5:30 show tonight. Friday night, 5:30 show. That's the last show I'm at. Yeah, that's it.
Well, okay. Well, you need to drink some tea.
I got all that. Don't worry about that, Shirley.
Put a little cayenne pepper in
Tell
it.
him,
Look,
Shirley.
Cayenne,
Yes,
I got
and
that.
some honey.
Tell him, Shirley.
And some paprika and some garlic powder, onion powder. I got all that. I do all that.
Onion powder.
Throat
All right.
pop.
Yeah. Some
Garlic
Ricola.
powder, onion powder, paprika. What else I need in that shirt?
Some honey,
Honey.
ginger. You have some
Ginger.
ginger?
Oh, don't nothing beat ginger.
Sleep.
But I got it.
Sleep
I'm
is the
good.
best thing.
Yeah, and
Sleep is the
Jay's
best
so
thing.
right. All right, listen, guys. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment news. Thank you, nephew. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, you won't believe what people are naming their babies these days,
Bet
guys.
I will.
Wakanda.
But first, in today's entertainment news, Kanye is in development on a new Showtime series about Well, Kanye, all right, his favorite subject, right?
Duh.
The show is called Omniverse, and Jaden Smith, Will and Jada's son, will play a young Kanye in the show. Both Jaden and Kanye are executive producers on the project. Omniverse examines the many doors of perception and will explore the ego. What? That's interesting, huh?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, I guess we have to watch the show to find out.
Interesting and weird.
Yeah, it's a little strange. And so much for social media being an outlet for free speech. As we move on, Facebook announced yesterday that it has banned right-wing propagandist Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Yes.
Alex Jones.
Also, Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan and numerous other high-profile individuals that engage in violence and hate. They have already deactivated their Facebook pages, and this also covers Instagram, which Facebook owns, of course. So the underlying fact is that Facebook is a private company and can choose to ban whoever it wants. Wow.
Wow.
Well, Facebook should have started this a long time ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
There was a lot of stuff they should have banned, but they didn't.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
We're doing a show here, sir.
I know. I was just trying to have a little breakfast. I'm sorry.
What are you, opening up a can of biscuits?
Well, this
What are you
plastic
doing?
is so loud. You know, little while later,
Making waffles? What are you doing?
Whatever I'm doing is too damn
So
loud.
let's open up a
obviously.
site called, instead of Facebook, let's do Backbook. Just Backbook. Just people's back. You know, that's all you see
What?
is they back. Backbook. Backbook.
Hey, man.
I like it.
Of course
Come
you
on,
don't
do.
like
Steve.
Ban it,
Backbook?
but I like it.
It's
Tommy,
just
but
back.
you like wide backs, though.
Wide back. Well, you don't want to discriminate, sure. You want all backs to come forward, but
Well,
you can do.
Tommy, wide backs eat up all your memory. You don't want that.
We're moving on. Baltimore Mayor Catherine Pugh. Listen to this story, guys. Baltimore Mayor Catherine Pugh has resigned. Now, this is amid a scandal over the sale of her children's book. Steve, you had the Mayor Pugh on your talk show recently.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I saw the headlines. I didn't get it.
Yeah, well, the resignation came after Maryland's Republican governor, Larry Hogan, and members of the city council called for Pugh to step down. Pugh is a Democrat, and she's the focus of a criminal investigation because a health insurer that does business with the city of Baltimore bought thousands of copies of her self-published book called Healthy Holly. So I guess it's a conflict of interest when you're in office like that. You can't make money.
Like $300,000-$400,000 worth of books to the city under that program, and that's not cool.
Oh, to the city.
Yeah. So she quit, and I guess she'll still make her money off the books. She'll probably make more money. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to start stepping down too, Shirley.
Wow, interesting. And she was just on your show. Yeah.
Well, you ain't gonna keep putting that on me.
She put it out there. She was just on there. That's what she
No,
was
I'm
saying.
trying to remind
she
you.
said it 3 times.
I said it twice.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
Heard it. Jay, I heard it.
I was trying to
no, it was
remind
3,
you of
sir.
who
It
she
was 3.
was. That's
So- It was
all.
It was 3, Shirley.
So how much?
Thrice.
All right.
So
Thrice.
Shirley,
Okay,
how much
2,
of a Steve
3.
get from the book then?
You know she was just
That would
right.
sound like.
I'm trying to remind you who she was. All right.
Steve, you had on your show. Y'all ain't talking about the book.
All right, let's move on. We have no more time to talk about this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much. This is Ann Tripp with the news, everybody. Yeah, I'm going to explain that particular situation in Baltimore for you. First of all, I got to tell you that the House Judiciary convened yesterday without Attorney General William Barr, who went through with his stated plan to skip the whole thing. The House committee wanted Barr to answer questions about the Mueller Russian meddling report, and they placed a plaster statue of a chicken and a box of fried chicken on the seat where he would have been if he had showed up. Committee Chairman Gerald Nadler says Barr's action is just one more attack on American democracy by this administration.
We didn't choose not to have Mr. Barr come. He chose. We cannot permit him or anybody in the administration to dictate the manner in which we function.
Nadler says the committee is going to make one more attempt at getting the full Mueller Russian meddling report. That's the unredacted, so they want to see everything. And if not, he says lawmakers will hold the Attorney General in contempt and then go from there. Democrats accuse Barr of mischaracterizing the real results of the 2-year probe on purpose to protect the president. Conservative religious groups say they're happy. They're welcoming a new Trump administration rule that strengthens the right of healthcare workers not to provide medical services that conflict with their beliefs. There are already laws that support the right of healthcare outfits to refuse to provide services. However, the new rule gives the government greater enforcement powers over hospitals and other institutions. Baltimore Mayor Catherine Pugh resigned yesterday, as you heard. Yeah, Pugh is a Democrat. The governor is a Republican. In recent weeks, the feds have raided her two homes, her city hall office, and other places. As Mayor Pugh's been on an indefinite paid leave of absence since April 1st, due, she said, to health reasons, recovering, they say, from a bout of pneumonia. Anyway, Catherine Pugh has been under investigation for what's called self-dealing. It's not just making money in office. What it does, it involves the sale of thousands of copies of her self-published children's book series. Officials say that many of the people who bought it, the purchasers of the books, were entities that either she had influence over or that sought to do business with the city. And they say it seems that they were paying much too much for these books. So far, Catherine Pugh has not been charged with anything. The U.S. Supreme Court says it's going to consider 3 cases in the fall designed to determine whether federal civil rights protections extend to sexual orientation and gender identity. The U.S. Justice Department issued an extremely critical report on the condition of Alabama's prisons. The report says that the state's correction system has consistently failed to protect inmates from violence and sexual abuse in violation of the Constitution in Alabama. The governor says his government's already working on solutions, supposedly, to the problems identified. Small towns along the Mississippi River are bracing for potentially record-breaking flooding, a whole lot of it. And today is National Paranormal Day. Well, when I become a ghost, that's what I'm going to sound like. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, get ready for a lot of baby arias in the next year, okay? Now, this is according to a report in the New York Times. Game of Thrones baby names are on the rise. Khaleesi was among the most popular girls' names last year. There were 2,156 babies named Arya. There were 20 Sansas, 11 Cerseis, 55 Tyrions, and 23 Theons also born last year.
There's some Tyrions, too?
Tyrions, Theons, Cerseis, Sansa.
Hell, they got a lot of Thomas.
Khaleesi.
Hey, you be quiet.
Khaleesi's and Arya.
They like names short people.
Shut up.
Wow.
So
Khaleesi's.
How many brands? Was there any brands?
No
how many
brands.
Jon Snows, sure?
No Jon Snows in this list. Just, you heard it. Khaleesi's, Arya's, Sansa's, Cerseis, Tyrions, and Theons. They like those
How many
names.
Steves, Shirley? Any Steves? They're not making no more Steves. Have you heard of any Steves? I didn't think so.
Any dragons? Anybody name their child Dragon?
Dragon.
Dragon Johnson, come forward.
Dragon Johnson, if you don't get your ass from down there.
What's that middle name, though? That's the one.
Dragon
Lee Johnson.
Dragon Lee.
Ooh, that boy just, his breath is fire. Come on, dog. Ooh, he don't never brush his teeth. Dragon Lee Johnson. Come on, baby. Come on up.
What, is that the show with the White Walkers?
Yes.
Was there any people named White Walkers?
White Walkers.
White Walkers.
Come on, Tommy, say it.
The White Walkers. All White Walkers.
Yeah, so
I swear.
So those are the names, and wow. All right, well, moving on, Offset, you know him from the Migos, of course, and he is married to Cardi B. He's facing felony charges after he smacked the phone out of a fan's hand in an Atlanta area Target store. He was caught on video physically denying a fan's request for a selfie by knocking the phone out of the guy's hand and causing the phone to shatter on the floor. Well, since the value of the guy's iPhone is over $800, and how well we know that, this is considered a felony because it was $800. Yeah, this is considered a felony. Cops are calling it intentional. A warrant has been issued for Offset's arrest. So, I mean, yeah, what do you think about this, Steve? Yeah, this is crazy.
Set it off. Which one?
Crazy, man. I don't like that.
The punishment does not fit the crime, but it is a felony because of the cost of the phone. Coming up at 34 after the hour, Jay has done it again, Steve. Murder the Hits is coming up next, right after this.
It's been a while.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve. Jay is here. Go ahead. You guys do your thing.
J. Anthony Brown, give me that hit.
Is Mother's Day Sunday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
So in honor of all the mothers,
Next
the song
Sunday.
is
Yeah, next
dedicated
Sunday.
to all the mothers. Check it out. You taught the kids how to wipe that booty. Let's keep it real. You break your neck paying bills. Mama, you single moms are the deal. You gon' play the part of the mom and daddy. She would whoop that behind and don't give a damn who sees. You love wearing house shoes. It's understood that when grown folks are talking, you kids would shut your mouth, no buttoning. It's Mother's Day, yeah. Oh, mama. And this ain't about your baby daddy, 'cause it's your special day. Mama, what I'm trying to say is not about me. It's all about you. Kick back, relax, 'cause this is your day. Ain't got no presents, but I can say it's not about me. It's all about you. To all the moms, happy Mother's Day. Keep whooping ass, your kids gon' be straight.
That boy's a musical genius.
Wow,
Yeah.
He a
Jay.
musical.
Yeah.
He a musical
Gotta know.
genius.
No, I know. No, you ain't save it because I know.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
want to hear it.
You don't
'Cause I
need
know.
no information. You don't need
No,
no
I don't
information.
need all that. I know.
Oh. I'm Team J. You're a musical genius. I'm with you, baby.
Jay, what was this track? I can't.
first time he's ever done something like
That was good.
That was
boy
really good. Yeah, it was really
I mean,
good.
it was good, but the message in the song really wasn't that good.
I know.
I don't have no presents,
And the first
but
line.
I can say this.
What?
No, that's what he said in the
Oh
song.
yeah, and the first line had booty in it. What?
Well,
Already?
you got to get that booty up there first. Booty
You
has
gotta
to
get
be
booty out the way. You
first.
can't save booty down. in the
Don't,
song.
booty can't be last. Get booty out early.
My bad.
So
And he
all we
did
do-
that.
We're
Yo,
rewarding.
please come to the J Spot this week, and I got bruh man that Tuesday night, man.
Oh,
Fifth
wow.
Brother man from the fifth floor.
floor. Fifth floor.
That was
Ooh,
cool.
boy,
though.
you put that booty in there, boy.
Yeah,
Boy, you
gotta
did
get
that
booty out the
thing,
way,
boy.
Yeah.
Keep whooping ass and your kids gon' be straight.
Yeah.
Because our mamas whooped our behinds. They didn't.
Man, let me tell you something.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That was it. I think that's the key to why we are what we are. Because
Wherever we tripped out,
Yeah.
that's where they fell out
well,
with us
yeah.
right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And there are certain places you knew not to act up.
no, let me
What?
tell
Like
you
in
something.
public, for sure.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the worst behind whooping. I don't know if y'all ever had one. Is when
What?
your mom come to the school.
Them comes up to the school,
Comes
Jay,
up-
right?
You know what, Jay? You always say school, but I ain't gonna lie to you. When you in church and you can't quit laughing, and when something happens, hey, bruh, that's hard, man.
Yeah, it is.
And you get your butt whooped right there,
Oh, man.
man, before the sermon
Which
starts.
one?
I've never laughed as hard in my life as I have.
That's when it happens, man.
That's when it do happen.
Church is real.
But I'm talking
boy.
about though, I'm talking about out loud laughing.
And Steve, your mom was in the choir, wasn't she? Wasn't she? So she could see you, right?
Man, I can't count the ass.
I'm talking about. You ever been taken out of church to whoop that ass and then bring you back in church?
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
come back in.
Yeah, you gotta come
I
back.
done
in
had
there.
my ass whooped on Easter Sunday.
And everybody know what went down.
Doing what? In your Eastern clothes? Your new
All
Eastern
that.
clothes?
Didn't even get to do the Easter egg hunt. Then had my ass tore up.
All right. All right, listen, coming up next, it is the nephew with the prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject is, guys, I don't know if you're ready for this.
I'm ready.
The subject is an unattractive man's plea for help.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, that's all of us.
That's all us.
That's all of us.
We ain't got to read this.
Oh, so Tommy, you done finally admitted it.
Yeah, you just
Wait.
Oh,
No.
that's the first time.
No. I'm still sexy now.
No.
Wait. Last thing I want y'all to think is I'm joining y'all to the ugly side. I'm not.
Boy, been over here. He already here.
If you don't bring your ass over to the ugly side, man.
I'm fighting it. I ain't gonna lie.
This man in this letter needs help, okay? The subject for today's strawberry letter, an unattractive man's plea for help. Right now, the nephew's in the building with today's prank phone call. What do you have?
I dropped.
Yeah.
Your wife.
What?
You know, I know I ain't the only one that done it. You know?
Yeah, you are.
Some of y'all done dropped somebody's wife. You know what I'm saying? I dropped your wife.
You the only one.
Yeah, I dropped her. You know, you didn't drop somebody's wife before, and I did that. Cat dog, run that thing. I dropped your wife. Yes, I did. Come on.
It's not a sermon, Tommy.
Well, I'm sorry, but you know, don't it sound like a text though?
Yeah.
I dropped your wife. Come on now.
Open your books to where it say.
No, Jay.
If you go to verse 3,
Okay.
it says, I dropped your wife. Come on now.
Hello,
Hello, I'm trying to reach Tony.
this is Tony.
Tony, how you doing? This is nephew Tommy.
Hey, nephew Tommy. I can't believe you're calling me. Oh, my God.
You sent an email in to prank your
Yes. Oh, my God. I sent that like months ago. I didn't think you were going to call me.
Yes, I'm calling you now. How long y'all been married?
8 years.
Okay.
8 years. That's my heart.
Okay. Let me ask you something. What makes your husband just go off? What can I do that you know that's a button for him that you don't want to push?
Anything that has to do with me. Let me tell you, he is crazy about me. If anybody mess with me, if anybody tries to go off on me, he will lose it.
Okay.
Oh, what are we going to do? I'm so excited. Oh, my God.
All right. Okay. You know what? Okay, check this out.
Okay.
Can you click over on a three-way? Can you call him?
Okay, I can call her from my phone. But you're going to be on the phone, right?
Yeah, I want him to think that I got your phone.
Okay.
I tell you what, you just click over and get him on the line. Just click over. So when you click back, you can't say nothing else. You got to be quiet.
Okay.
Because at the end, I'm going to let you talk to him, okay?
Okay, hold on. Tommy, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, it's ringing.
All right, you hit mute or something, okay?
Okay.
Hey, what's up, baby? No, this, how you, is this Darren? Yeah, this Darren. Who is this? Hey, we got a bit of a situation with Tony, man.
Yeah, we got a situation for real. Just my wife's phone. Who is this?
Actually,
Why
man,
are you cuddling, bro? Who is this?
We're trying to get, Tony actually twisted her ankle, man, so we got to get her to the emergency room and get her checked out.
She twisted her ankle. How'd she twist? Wait. Back up. Who did you say? Who is this? How did Tony twist her ankle?
Actually, she fell and...
All right, man, look. My wife is with her mom right now. Who are you? How'd she twist her ankle? And why are you calling me? Why isn't her mother or somebody calling me? Who is this? You never told me your name, bro.
No, I'm a friend, man. She didn't fall. I actually dropped her.
Whoa. How did you drop her? What do you mean you dropped her?
We had a couple drinks at the hotel, man, and she...
Hotel? Wait. Hotel? What the hell you mean a hotel? My wife's supposed to be over her mom's house. Now you calling me from her phone talking about you dropped her? Y'all at some hotel? Why y'all even at a hotel? What the hell are you talking about a hotel, bro? Where the is my wife? Where's Tony? Why ain't Tony on the phone?
Hey, dude, you gotta calm down, man. You gotta calm down. We in a situation right.
You calling me from my wife's phone talking about she hurt? You dropped her? Y'all at a hotel? She's supposed to be at her mom's house? Bro, where's my wife, man?
She's at Tony. I got it. Just hang on.
Tony, I got put my wife on the phone, man.
Hey, dude, I need you to calm down, man.
No. I need you to No. You talking about y'all about to go to an emergency room? You dropped my wife. Y'all at a hotel? No, put my on the phone before your be in the emergency room.
Hey, man, listen, you got to calm down. Tony already embarrassed about the whole
I don't even know who the hell you are. You still ain't told me your name. Put Tony on the phone, bro.
Listen, man, you got to chill out, man. I'm just a friend, okay?
Hey, man,
I'm a friend,
but I tell you what, in the emergency room, tell me where y'all at. I'll come to the hotel. I get my own wife and take her wherever she needs to be. Tell me where you at.
As soon as Tony get dressed, man, I'm going to get her there, okay?
What? As soon as she get dressed? What do you mean? Hey, man, real talk. Dog, where y'all at, man? Put Tony on the phone, man.
I'm not putting Tony on you too irate, man. Why are you screaming and hollering, dude?
I swear to God, if I find out where y'all at, I'm going to come over there. It's going to be one for you and Tony. Hey, man, where y'all at, bro? I'm cool. Where y'all at? Tell me where y'all at.
No. I tell you what, man, I'm going to get Tony's ankle taken care of, and we'll get somebody to drop her back off at the house, okay?
I'll drop her off at the house, man. Just tell me where y'all at. I want to come get my wife. I want to make sure she get the treatment that she needs, bro. Tell me where y'all at. Don't go nowhere. I want you to be there when I come get her. Don't go nowhere. Where y'all at?
I can't do it. I mean, we didn't...
Put Tony on the phone, man. Put my wife on the phone.
I'm not... Listen,
Let
dude.
me talk to my wife, bruh.
Hey, man, it's the reason why I'm calling, man. She embarrassed about all of this.
And she gonna be more than embarrassed. Hey, okay, it's cool. Ain't no need to be embarrassed. I love her, man. That's my girl, man. Let me holler at my wife, bruh, please. That's all I'm asking.
No. I already know,
my
man.
wife a phone, bruh.
Listen, dude.
Hey, man, look, dog, real talk. You still ain't telling me who the you are, dog. All I know is you calling me talking about you in some hotel with my wife. And look, let me tell you something. Don't let that leg, that ankle, whatever you say is wrong with my wife, get your whoops. Dog, I'm telling you, when I find out who you are, I'm busting your Put my wife on the phone, man. That's all. That's my last time asking you, dog. I promise.
Hey, man, what? But see, man, you too irate, man. You too irate.
Put my wife on the phone, bro. That's all I'm saying. You gotta leave town. That's what I'm. You got to leave town, my man. You gotta leave town.
Do you want to talk? Tony, do you want to talk? Let Tony decide if she want to talk to you or not. Okay?
Yeah. Let her decide.
Tony, do you want to talk to him? Tony?
Don't even ask her.
Hey, man, you. Hey, if you want to talk to me, man, we'll see what Tony want to do.
Tony, get your on the phone.
Hey, man, pull up, bro. Pull up.
I don't even know you, man. Put on the phone. You scared to tell me your name.
Tony, you want to talk to him?
Hell yes, you want to talk to me, man. I don't even know why you keep asking those dumb questions. Give her the phone. I'll pay the phone bill.
Tony, here she is, man.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. Go where you at?
Baby.
Who are you with, Tony? Hey,
baby.
Tony, look, I don't have time for games. Where you at and who you with? That's all you got to tell me.
Baby, just calm down. I got something to tell you, okay?
Where are you, Tony? Tony,
baby,
where you at?
Listen to me. Baby, you got to listen to me.
I'm listening.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Listen to me real carefully, okay?
Where you at, Tony?
Baby, are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening.
Baby, you just got pranked by nephew Tony.
Do it sound like I'm laughing right now?
I love you.
Okay, girl. You hurry up on home. That's cool. All right, you got me.
There it is. I dropped your wife. Let me say this. Tonight, the nephew has added a 5:30 show here in Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach Comedy Club, I have added a 5:30 show. That is the only show left. I got 3 shows tonight. I got 3 shows on Saturday. The nephew did one last night. 7 shows. What? Sold out! Boy, you know what, man? I'm gonna let you open for me, man, because you need a shot. I gotta give you a shot, man.
It'll be your last show.
All right, we gotta get out of here, guys. Thank you, nephew. Coming up next, the Strawberry Letter subject, an unattractive man's plea for help. We'll get into it and try to help this unattractive man right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on your relationships, on work, on sex, on parenting, all of that, please visit Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one. Boy, this is from a man, too.
Let's go, baby. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
All right, guys, get ready. Guys, on this show, subject, an unattractive man's plea for help.
That ain't me.
Dear Steve and Shirley, I am writing you for advice since I have heard you guys talk about this on your show before. I'm in my mid-30s, and I'm an educated man with a great job, and I'm financially secure. I was in a 10-year relationship that ended a few years ago, and since that breakup, I have had problems meeting women. I have been ignored by women when I try to speak to them or strike up a conversation. I had considered many possibilities as to why women avoid me, and I've come to this conclusion. It's because I am an unattractive man, and I have realized that my facial features aren't the cutest.
Wow.
Does that remind you of anyone?
Just not realizing that, though? You just not got that?
All right. I wanted to put my theory to the test, so I tried online dating. But instead of putting my picture on the site, I chose a picture of another brother that I thought would be handsome to women. A lot of women responded to my profile, and I ended up choosing 4 of the baddest ones to ask out on a date. I decided that I would reveal my true identity to each one of these ladies the day before our date, so there would be no public surprises. I sent each lady a selfie of me. The first lady got very upset and threatened to have her male friends jump me if I ever contacted her again. The other 3 ladies never responded to my text. One of them even blocked my number. I know that lying was unethical, but I needed to see if they liked me for me and not how I look. My ex-girlfriend never complained about my looks, so why are these women so shallow? I have deleted my dating profile, and I'm giving it a rest for a while. I still have hope that there's a woman that will see me face to face and be interested in me. I've even considered plastic surgery. How should I? Come on, let me finish. How should I deal with it? Got any advice? Please help.
Yeah, here I go.
Wow. Okay. Well, listen, there's definitely nothing wrong with wanting to improve your looks with plastic surgery if it'll make you feel and look better. We really, though, have to see for ourselves what you look like in order to make a real assessment on this letter.
No, we don't.
You didn't tell us why you broke up with your girlfriend of 10 years. You didn't tell us any of that. And I got to tell you that women will often date a man who isn't attractive if he's a gentleman, if he's nice, if he's financially secure, if he treats her beautifully. One thing, though, if you're unattractive, or any man, period, you have to be clean. You have to be well-groomed. You have to have good hygiene. You have to be smelling good, your breath, your feet. You have to have all of this, okay?
Come on, Shirley.
You do. I'm telling you from a woman's perspective.
Yeah,
you know, it's not always about the looks, all right?
Oh, it ain't.
But it sounds like you're I mean, you said it yourself. You're not the most attractive man. So work on your other features, I would tell you. Work on your other features. Steve?
First of all, quit saying features.
That's a problem.
That's a trigger for you, I know.
That's the damn problem. I was told by this girl in the 9th grade why she wasn't going to junior prom with me. She said, because I don't like your facial features. So you called in to the right place. I'm assuming this is what you've heard on this show before.
Come on,
the
boy.
fact that I've tried to tell Tommy that he's ugly for years and it has gone on deaf ears. It's okay, Tommy. I'm just going to use it this once. This ain't about you. I'm going to use myself as an example because I've never been an attractive man. So let's just go from that standpoint. But you need specialized help. Because you're in your 30s. You're an educated man with a great job. You're secure. You was in a 10-year relationship. You're financially secure. You was in a 10-year relationship that ended a few years ago, and since that breakup, I done had problems meeting women. I've been ignored by women when I try to speak to them and strike up a conversation. I've considered many possibilities as to why women avoid me. I've come to the conclusion. It's because I am an unattractive man and have realized that my facial features aren't the cutest.
Duh.
Here's a word you have to stop using. Cute. Cute is for babies. You're too big to be a baby. Now, listen to me, sir. We're going to have to address this with a little bit of honesty. You said it's because I'm unattractive and I have realized that my facial features ain't the cutest. You ain't just realizing this. This is where we need to have a man-to-man talk. You know, good and hell well you've heard this before. You quit Googling and all this here. This you, dog. You heard this before. Several times. See, when you're in your 30s and you ugly, this ain't your first time hearing it. The first time you hear it is at the school with little kids. Damn!
Yeah.
Little kids say that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you busted. You look like, ain't no telling what they done said you look like. But this is not the first time you've heard it. So you decided to put your little theory to the test. So you went online dating, but instead of putting the real picture up, and you know what you look like. So instead of putting this up, you got a picture of another brother that I thought was to be handsome to women. Whole lot of women responded to my profile. And I ended up choosing 4 of the baddest ones to ask out on the date. See, that's where you messed up at. Now, how'd your ugly ass think that you was going to get the 4 baddest ones? But I admire you, though, bro, because your problem ain't aiming too high and missing.
Right.
Your problem is aiming too low and hitting it. So you went high, but then you decided that you'd reveal your true identity to each one of these ladies the day before the date. So it wasn't no public surprises, because you've publicly surprised a couple people before.
What do you mean, Steve?
Hey, baby.
One more time.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, baby.
That's that ugly sound. Say it again, dog.
I'm going to tell you.
One more time, Steve.
Hey, baby.
All right, we'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter with part 2 of your response.
30-year-old man broke up with his 10-year relationship that ended a few years ago. And since that breakup, he done had problems meeting women. Walk up to him, they ignore him, speak to him, strike up a conversation. And he don't understand why. He's considered a lot of possibilities why women avoid him. And he's come to this conclusion, y'all. He says, it's because I'm an unattractive man, and I realize that my facial features aren't the cutest. We have told him, quit using terms like cute, because babies is cute.
I got to ask you something, Steve.
Go ahead and ask me right now.
Why didn't he use the word ugly? He just uses unattractive and words like cute.
Well, he don't want to hurt his own.
Oh, okay.
See, now I'm about to tell him he ugly.
Okay.
Because he listened to the show. Now,
this is sad.
All right, you unattractive, though. You ain't the first one. I ain't attractive either.
But you're rich.
Key ain't
Say
attractive.
that never been. Why do y'all do that?
Jay ain't attractive.
Here we go.
And this turtle, he sure ain't attractive.
Look, I'm cute. I'm sexy. I'm
Jimmy
not
Cricket looking at somebody.
I'm not doing that with y'all,
man.
man.
Be doing a big lighter commercial. Anyway, so he decided to test his theory. So he did a dating profile. He put a different brother picture up. A lot of women responded. He decided to pick the 4 baddest. Now, to avoid any public surprises, which he has had many of in his life, and he know how that go.
How?
Hey, baby, how you doing?
That's ugly deep. That's deep ugly. Right?
Excuse me, can I step in front of you?
That's strong.
This when he first heard it.
You're stupid.
This is when he first heard it. Trick or treat. That's when he first heard it. But he just thought it was his costume, but he didn't realize his mask had fell off in the driveway. He was standing there with his box, and his mask had fell off in the driveway. That little rubber band popped, and he didn't know it. So so he's had a lot of public surprises. So he did figure, in order before I do this, let me send him a selfie of myself. Now, the danger with taking selfies, bruh, is most dudes don't know how to take selfies. I know I don't. No. When I hold that camera up, man, I look so strange looking. Mm-hmm. You know, I take a selfie, I look like Tyrion. I'm just all head in this damn camera. It's scary. Shoulders look real narrow.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you that this wasn't a good idea. But you sent the ladies a selfie, each lady a selfie. The first lady got upset and threatened to have her male friends jump on me if I ever contacted her again. See, so she a bad chick. She used to this. So she got a squad of people that whoop people for doing stuff like this. What scared her the most was how you looked in the selfie. See, she thought you was a bank robber because she thought you had on a ski mask. She didn't know that was just you. The other 3 ladies never responded to my text. They said, you got to be joking. One of them even blocked my number. I know that line was unethical, but I needed to see if they like me for me or how I look. Boy, they like how you look. There's nothing on the dating profile except how you look. The rest of you fine. You educated, you got all that. But they wanted the picture. Now this is where we getting down to the hard part in the letter. My ex-girlfriend never complained about my looks. Here we go. This is the part of the letter that's going to hurt the most. Who is your girlfriend? What she look like?
Oh, my God.
More ugly.
How she stayed with you for 10 years? I ain't say nothing.
Oh, man.
We need to talk about this now.
10 years.
10 years she stayed with you. Ain't say nothing. She ain't never mentioned it to you?
What was she saying?
You ain't never wondered why she ain't said nothing in 10 years. Hey, baby. Or could it have gone like this? Hey, baby. Ah! Then she snatched around. Oh! Maybe y'all just scaring each other. Maybe, dog. She needed you as much as bad as you needed her. You probably gonna need to go back to her and find out, if she'll have you back. I don't see this going nowhere, sir. Shirley said you got to get real clean. You got to get a lot of swag. You got to dress real sharp. You got to get a real stylist coming out. I don't know if you're in the gym and you're in real good shape, but you probably need to get in that gym with them 2 Africans that jumped on Jesse Smollett. Because for $3,000, I think they can get you in shape. We got to get you on the program, man. Get your body right. Tighten up, though. Now, I've considered plastic surgery. Now, here's another telltale lie.
Wow.
First of all, your girlfriend stayed with you 10 years. How? Unless she knew. Unless she knew. This was it for her.
Yeah.
That she did it 10 years, then she decided, I can't play these reindeer games no more.
Yeah.
Now, you said, sir, I've even considered plastic surgery. You didn't say a nose job or nothing. You really thinking about getting your whole shot took.
His whole face?
Yeah. Try this website, weugly2.com.
I like that. We ugly too.
All right, look, leave us your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter on Instagram at Steve Harvey, and check out our Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up in 10 minutes, we'll do a little comedy roulette with Jay and the fellas right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, first off, some really sad news for the people that still wanted to pay their respects to Nipsey Hussle and visit his memorial at the corner of Slauson and Crenshaw in L.A. Well, it has been shut down. In the weeks following Nipsey's death, the Marathon clothing store parking lot has been filled with prayer candles left by fans and mourners. But lately, the memorial has been flooded with a lot of riffraff over there. People close to Nipsey reported that people started selling bootleg shirts with Nipsey Hussle's picture on them. They were charging money for tours of Nipsey's old neighborhood, and food trucks started lining up along the street to capitalize on all the people that came by the memorial daily. So because of the disrespect to Nipsey's legacy, the memorial has now been shut down. So just to know, if you're traveling from, around the country somewhere and you want to go by there, it has been shut down because people are just, hustling over there.
Taking advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Tours through Nipsey's neighborhood.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah. All right, we're going to switch gears here and play a little comedy roulette.
I love comedy roulette. Can I explain it?
Yeah, Jay, what you got?
Can I break it down? Because here's what we do. We take 4 subjects, we put them on a wheel, and we can make it funny. You know why we can make it funny? Do you know why?
Why?
Does anybody know why?
Why, Jay?
Yeah, because we all comedians, yeah.
Tommy is a comedian, I'm a comedian, and Steve is the king of comedians. And that's how we can make it all funny, because Junior's a comedian, Tommy's a comedian, I'm a comedian.
You know he's going to get
He
mad.
mad, Jay. He know he mad.
He ready to hurry up,
Junior's a comedian, Tommy's a comedian, I'm a comedian.
All right, let's go, Jay. Come on.
Let's go. Go, Shirley.
See you, black.
All right, here we go. Things you might say to a bad cook. That's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, things you say to people who look like they lost a fight. 3, things you say when you want people to leave your house.
That's a good one.
And the last one, things you say to people that you don't want to hang out with. Okay?
All of those are good.
Yeah.
Like that.
Spun it, Shirley.
Yeah, we need to
Spun the
spin
wheel.
that wheel. I like the last one. I know you like that one, Jay. Oh. Wow, things you say to people who look like they lost a fight. All right, let's get it cracking, guys.
Let's get it cracking. You won the fight, dude. You got bite marks all over your body.
You won. Come on, Junior.
You won?
Yeah, bite marks on your way. Okay, here go what this things you say when you say to somebody who look like they lost the fight. Hey, man, don't worry. Your girl gonna get him.
Damn.
Don't even
She
worry
gonna
about
whoop his
that.
behind?
Your girl gonna warm him up, dog. Don't even worry about it. I see you trying, though.
Hey, dog. Did you move your ear to the back of your head? I mean, are you trying to hear from behind? What did you do? What is that? Why is your ear back there?
Things you say when you to people who look like they lost a fight, Steve.
Dog, look at me. Where your eyebrows? Dog, your eyebrows, man.
Dude, that's that ass whooping right there, boy.
Straight ass. Man.
Come on, Jay.
Dude, you're not gonna fool me. A pink eye is supposed to be pink. A black eye is black. Okay, you ain't gonna fool me with that one.
Come on.
Then you say to people look like they lost the fight. Hey, man, your son called me. He say he gonna stay with him.
Hey, man, I get it, dog. Now, listen, on the real, though, if he wouldn't have had that stick, it would have came out different, dog. It really would have, dog. I see what's happening. It was the stick. The stick really called the whole shot. You understand? I got it, man. It was the stick, man.
Things you say to people who look like they lost a fight. No, man, I ain't going back up there with you.
That's right.
Hell no.
Embarrassed.
I ain't going back up there with you, man. Would you leave that dude alone?
Man, things you say to people who look like they lost a fight. I don't know how to tell you this, but that little boy had skills, man. I'm serious.
Sorry, but
yeah.
I'm sorry, but that little boy had skills, man.
Things you say to people who look like they lost a fight. Hey, man, did you know it was a fight?
Yeah. Or was you just standing
Was
there?
you just standing there taking them punches? Did you know y'all was fighting?
Things you say to people that just lost the fight. Hey, dog, why you just stand there while he was whooping your ass? Why you do that? I mean, was that a strategy? What was that? I didn't understand that part.
Strategy.
Things you say to people who look like they lost a fight. Man, quit saying it was a tie.
Okay.
Clearly.
You clearly
saying
got your
that.
ass whooped.
Damn.
Stop saying that. Things you say to people when you look like you lost a fight. Oh, now you want to cuss me out. Oh, okay.
Oh, man. Hey, Jay, I'm going to stay right in that same lane. When they start raising their voice at you because they lost the fight, well, where was all that vigor when he was whooping your ass?
Where was all that bass in your voice?
Where's all that at when he was swinging on you?
All right, Steve, come on, close it out. Things you say to people who look like they lost a fight.
Look, I love you, man, but the best thing I can do for you is I'm going to pray for you.
Damn. Well, once we get to prayer, it's really
Father God, Lord Jesus. You know him, Heavenly Father. Heal him before he go home.
Coming up at the top of the hour, I have some fashion pointers for you, Steve, since you're going to the Kentucky Derby this weekend, okay?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, so Steve, here we go. This is according to the Kentucky Derby website. Here are some suggestions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me listen up.
All right. Some suggestions for attire. Now, you already told us yesterday that you were going all out on your colors, you know, your mint greens and your pink and your lavenders and all that.
No, it was another color though, Shirley. What was it? It was a
bubble gum.
Yeah, bubble gum. Bubble gum. That's right. That's
bubble
right.
gum.
Yeah.
Oh, you going bubble gum?
Yeah, he's going bubble gum.
Be sticky,
Yeah.
Steve.
He-
Very sticky.
But, you know, he's got hats, suits, all that, shoes, everything, Jay. So check this out, Steve. The Kentucky Derby can be a great excuse for men to get as dressed up and decked out as the ladies. According to KentuckyDerby.com, the modern Derby man should possess an unparalleled color palette with tropical colors, bold stripes, or busy plaid, okay? You have all those, I'm sure. So you should just fit right in with your bright colors, right?
I don't know how they don't even, I don't listen to nobody like that.
Well,
they telling dudes that ain't never had pimp blood in them.
Really?
He said pimp blood.
The website also states, Steve, that if you want a more polished look, a classic navy or seersucker blazer is always in style.
Man, I'm wearing that corny ass mess no
But
way.
this is KentuckyDerby.com.
Damn. Pimps is coming to the Derby.
A 3-button side vent jacket. That's an annual favorite for men. And now for shoes, now listen to this. I think you already got this one down. For shoes, guys, the most important thing you need to know, Steve, is that shoes should be worn sockless, okay? Without socks.
You ain't got to tell me
I
that.
know. I think you already. I think you already.
Sockless.
No socks. Then, of course, you top it all off with a fedora or some sort of bowler hat, which is generally solid in color and inspired by the style from the 20s, the 1920s. So there you have it, Steve. So have you packed already? Do you need to change anything?
Bowler or boulder hat?
A bowler hat.
No. Shirley?
Bowler. I said bowler.
No.
B-O-W-L-E-R.
B-O-A-T-E-R is what I'll be.
Oh, boater. You're saying boater. Oh, okay.
Well, if you're going
I
to
thought
the
it was
derby,
like a
could you
derby.
do me a big favor, Steve? A really big favor.
Isn't a bowler a derby hat? What, Jay?
What,
Steve,
Jay?
you're going to the derby. Could you do me a big favor? Is he there? Steve?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
What are you mad about, Steve?
I got about 7 cubes of sugar. I need you to take George Wallace's mama because she's running in the 5th race.
See right there. That's
She's running in the field.
My bad, Steve. Be mad, okay? Because you already knew.
You got a right to be mad now.
You
dog.
already
I'm sorry.
knew. You already
told
knew.
y'all.
Yeah.
Don't walk into this.
You already knew. That's your man, 50 grand. You already know.
7. I got 7 cubes.
All right, the Kentucky Derby is unlike any other sporting event with a crowd of more than 150,000 people. Wow. Along with its history and tradition, the Kentucky Derby has been described by Forbes as one of the greatest bucket list sporting events in America. So everybody.
This is my first one.
Oh, okay. So you could check that off your bucket list, or was it on your bucket list?
I mean, I've always wanted to go.
Yeah. I did.
Marjorie and I have canceled 2 years in a row.
This should be fun.
Yeah,
this should be good right here.
Yeah,
I think
please
this is going to be
take
good.
pictures. Take a lot of pictures.
And you hosted an event on your first year.
Yeah, this would be good.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I can't help that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Stars, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I go down there, I just go into the Derby. You know.
Yeah, he down there. Host, so you getting paid for what you hosting up?
All my money goes that I get from events like this goes to my foundation.
Really?
That's not what I asked you.
That's beautiful.
I said, no, hold on, Shirley. That's not what I asked you. Are you getting paid for this event?
Yeah, but the pay isn't for me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he answered it, really.
Yeah, they pay me, but whatever they pay me goes to my foundation.
It's a lot, ain't it?
A lot of what?
A lot of money, boy.
Oh, it's sir to you.
All right, look, we're switching gears here.
So that counts.
We're gonna move on. Okay, Steve, there's a new trend. It's called extreme embalming. Have you guys heard about this?
What is that?
It allows the deceased to attend their own funerals. Funeral homes are now getting requests for extreme embalming, which allows dead bodies to be preserved and displayed in lifelike scenarios. For example, the family of Mickey Easterling out of New Orleans used extreme embalming, and at her funeral, Mickey was posed sitting down, wearing a feather boa, with a glass of champagne in one hand and a cigarette in the other.
What?
This reminds me of something.
And people just come by and view you?
Yeah. Extreme embalming, it's called. That's crazy, right? So let's just think
Black people ain't gonna like walking past you sitting up in the chair.
It's gonna be hard to get that line.
But if you could do it, with a glass of champagne in your hand,
but if you fall,
pinky out.
Boy, but if you fall,
but when you walk by, it goes, watch out there now.
That would be you, Jay. That's what I was gonna ask you guys. If you could do this, how would you show up at your funeral?
I'd like to do that.
You'd have sound in yours, Jay.
You just have to show your love. That'd be great, man.
Show your love.
Yes.
And Junior, hi, everybody. That was skinny. That was skinny.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
That'd be painful.
So they would not only be in a certain position, but they'd also say your favorite phrase or your most commonly used phrase.
Yeah.
What would Tommy's be? His phrase.
What,
anything with a W.
White walkers.
No.
They doing this with y'all?
Phew, I'm really wet. Did you just say,
Welcome,
phew, I'm
everybody.
really dead?
Phew, I'm really dead. Anything with a W.
Welcome, everybody.
Well.
It's the Williams.
That was
dead. Damn.
the W speech. Wow.
Come on, Steve. What would he?
Tommy, what would Tommy be saying at his funeral? The W's.
Well, at least I don't have to listen to any more little Tommy stories.
All right. We'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, so we have some good movies to get out to support this weekend. Jay, you're our resident movie guy.
I've seen one that's coming out.
Which one? The Intruder?
Michael Ealy's
Oh,
The
yes.
Intruder.
The Intruder,
It's really
yeah.
good.
It does star Michael Ealy, of course, and Megan Good, and Dennis Quaid as the Intruder. Yeah.
Dennis Quaid is a crazy white man in this movie. He really.
I love his movies, all of them.
Yeah.
And it's a thriller about a couple played by Michael Ealy and Megan Good that buy a home. The couple buys a home from a psycho, and that would be one Dennis Quaid. He makes her life a living horror.
Live in hell. He don't want to give the house up.
How you don't want to get a house up?
So Jay, is it a scary movie or is it
It's
like
not a scary movie. It's just a crazy white man that won't go away. That's basically.
Oh,
What was the name
okay.
of that movie they out here like that? What was the name of that movie?
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lamb was kind of like that. Man.
But you know who's also in this movie though? Joseph Sikora. He plays Tommy on Power. He's in it.
He's in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
is
in
he?
it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. When is Power coming
I
back?
like him. He's
Yeah.
good.
Okay, and another great movie to catch this weekend is Bolden. Have you guys been seeing the trailers for this one? This looks good. It's a
reckon with talent.
It's a
Bolden looks good.
Yeah, it really looks good, Steve. This is a biopic of legendary
Who?
jazz musician. It's called Bolden. I'd never heard of this guy. His name is Buddy Bolden, and he's credited with being the inventor of jazz. The inventor of jazz.
Yes, sir.
It's a great story of his life and his music. It features music that's written and performed by another great jazz legend, Wynton Marsalis. So there you go.
good.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I will be seeing that, both of these this week.
Pretty good.
Sure.
Sounds-
Yeah,
yeah.
that sounds good.
I like the trailer, Shirley. That trailer line.
Oh,
is
doesn't it look good?
Man.
It's like Louis Armstrong and all these other great musicians came after Buddy Bolden. He started it.
He the man.
Yeah. He's the
There's also a
inventor
movie
of
for
jazz.
kids that you can take your kids. It's called The Ugly Doll.
Oh yeah, Ugly Dolls. Did you
That's
see
a
that?
movie for kids.
That's a movie for kids?
It's called Ugly Dolls, right?
And you went to see it, Jay?
Yeah, I was the oldest one here.
Excuse me, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I was
I don't think you need to tell nobody that, Jay. Don't tell nobody else. That don't even.
Well, see, I
he
have
just
to
likes
go see
movies.
so I can talk about the
Yeah.
movie. But
He loves movies. Jay loves
when I'm in
movies.
the movie, it's just kids. They're like, why is he in here?
Mommy, I'm scared.
He back there in the back in the dark by himself.
What do you eat at the movies, Jay?
Oh, popcorn and water. I don't drink sodas anymore.
Oh, okay.
Popcorn and water.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good thing.
And cheese pretzels.
You ain't giving them
I
up.
don't eat that.
That don't sound good, but go ahead.
But is that bad for your diet, though? It's no
Yeah,
sugar
I
in
don't
that,
eat
is
I
it?
just popcorn. I just get a small popcorn.
Oh, okay.
Can't eat a large one.
What you say, Steve?
What'll happen if you eat a large one?
I'm going to a diabetic coma, probably.
From popcorn?
Really?
No, from a large soda.
Oh, a large soda. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least he's not like Boom, Steve.
What does Boom do?
You
Nothing.
heard about
Boom's a
Boom, Jay?
diabetic too, right?
Yeah.
But he has a different way of handling it.
On his birthday. Tell
On
him.
his birthday, he buys a piece of cake from Luby's, and he drives it under the porta cachet at the emergency room, and eats his cake there. In case something happens, they can come out and get it.
Is that not the craziest thing you've ever heard?
That's so stupid. But that's Boom, though.
True. That sounds like something Boom.
That sounds just like what Boom would do.
All right, more of this crazy, ignorant show, Steve Harvey Morning Show, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve. Jay is here. Go ahead. You guys do your thing.
J. Anthony Brown, give me that hit.
Is Mother's Day Sunday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
So in honor of all the mothers,
Next
the
Sunday.
song is
Yeah, next
dedicated
Sunday.
to all the mothers. Check it out. You taught the kids how to wipe that booty. Let's keep it real. You break your neck paying bills. Mama, you single moms are the deal. You gon' play the part of the mom and daddy. She would whoop that behind and don't give a damn who sees. You love wearing house shoes. It's understood that when grown folks are talking, you kids would shut your mouth, no buttoning. It's Mother's Day, yeah. Oh, mama. And this ain't about your baby daddy, 'cause it's your special day. Mama, what I'm trying to say is not about me. It's all about you. Kick back, relax, 'cause the
boy's a musical genius.
Wow,
He a
Jay.
musical.
Yeah.
He a musical genius.
No, I know. No, you ain't save it because I know.
Oh.
I don't want to hear it.
You don't need no information. You don't need
No, I don't need all that. I know.
Oh. I'm Team Jay. You're a musical genius. I'm with you, baby.
Jay, what was this track?
First time he's ever done something nice.
That was good.
That was
boy
really good. Yeah, it was really
I mean,
good.
it was good, but the message in the song really wasn't that good.
I know.
I don't have no presence.
and the first
but
line.
I can say this.
What?
No, that's what he said in the
Oh
song.
yeah, and the first line had booty in it. What? Already?
Well, you got to get that booty up there first. Booty
You
has
gotta
to
get
be
booty out the way. You
first.
can't say booty down.
Booty can't be last. Get booty out early.
My bad.
And he did that.
We're
Y'all,
rewarding.
please come to the J Spot this weekend. I got bruh man there Tuesday night, man.
Oh,
Fifth
wow.
Brother man from the fifth floor.
floor. Fifth floor.
That was
Ooh,
cool.
boy,
though.
you put that booty in there, boy.
Yeah,
Boy, you
gotta
did
get
that
booty out the
thing,
way,
boy.
Yeah.
Keep whipping ass and your kids gonna be straight.
Yeah.
Because our mamas whooped our behinds. They didn't.
Man, let me tell you something.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That was it. I think that's the key to why we are what we are. Because
Wherever we tripped out,
Yeah.
that's where they fell out with us
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. All right, coming up, last break of the day on this Friday. It's been a good day. It's been a good week. We'll be back with Steve and his closing remarks right after this at 49 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, Steve, guys. Last break of the day. Steve, send us home with some great closing remarks for today. Had a good day today.
Hey, my closing remarks today is something that I want to share with you all that I've been kind of dealing with a lot lately, and I mean a lot. And the only reason I'm sharing it with you because I think there's quite a few people who can relate to this. The thing that I'm trying to correct in my thinking. You know, the Bible says be anxious for nothing. And I'm pretty sure there are people who could explain this a lot better than me. But being anxious for nothing means, you know, in other words, don't worry so much about what's going to happen. Don't want something so badly that it consumes you. Don't keep worrying about something that you want to see happen, that you're expecting to receive, that you want to be gifted, that you want to acquire, whatever it is. Be anxious for nothing. Now, that's hard to do. It really is, because naturally as people, including myself, me personally, I have a tendency to focus on the things that I want. Here's the problem with it. Here's a twofold problem with it. When you focus on what you want, number one, focusing on it shows a lack of faith. Because everything you've ever needed, I mean, really, just ask yourself, hasn't God always done it? I mean, what you needed. You may not get everything you want. Everything you want ain't good for you. I can tell you that right now. I've wanted a whole lot of stuff turned out not to be good for me. But everything you've needed, God has taken care of. So being anxious for his will to be done, I mean, being anxious for him to do something in your life, which is something he's always done. It just exhibits a lack of faith when you become anxious for stuff. The second part of it is it causes you to lose focus on what you already have. And once you lose focus for what you already have, you are no longer showing the level of gratitude that you need to exhibit in order to move your life forward to the next level. That's a dangerous trap, and I find myself in it oftentimes. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. So what I'm trying to learn and teach myself and become comfortable with is how not to be anxious for nothing. Realizing that God has always taken care of me. God has always taken care of you. God has never been late in this world. He ain't ever been late, not now, single time. He always comes through with everything you need. He may not come when you want him, but he ain't never late. So I have to get comfortable in knowing that he has always come through for me. He has always delivered for me. So why am I being anxious? And in my anxiousness for what I don't have, I now cause myself to lose sight and show the proper amount of gratitude for what I do have. And gratitude is one of the major components of the principles of success, because the more you are grateful for, the more God will give you to be grateful for. You see, so sometimes I trick myself out of blessing by overthinking it, over wanting it. I mean, I'm not saying you're not supposed to want anything anymore. You will. But don't be anxious for it. Don't be sitting up fretting about it. He gonna do what he's supposed to do. And then, in another word, God don't really need your help to accomplish nothing. He really don't. He can get all this done without you. Get out the way. So, that's something right there. It's been one of the main focuses. And when I get it right, when I'm not anxious for nothing, and I do show the right amount of gratitude for what I've already been given, it releases pressure from me. You've heard old people say, if you're going to pray about it, don't worry about it. And if you're going to worry about it, don't pray about it. And, sometimes in my anxiousness, I'm praying for stuff over and over and over. But, if you're going to pray about it, you got to not worry about it. But if you're anxious for something, you're worrying about it. You're just worrying about it. And that right there is not the way that it's done. It's just not the way it's done. And I've been learning over the past month or so really how to focus on that a lot better. And that may be something that you might be looking at too or going through, and I just wanted to share that with you because, it could be something that you might be dealing with too. And I'm just sharing with you that you ain't the only one going through it. You ain't the only one feeling some kind of way about it. That in actuality, a lot of people might be doing it, and we doing an injustice to ourselves. So be anxious for nothing. Trust in the fact that God is always taking care of you, way better than you've taken care of yourself. Those are my closing remarks.
Amen, Steve. Drop that mic.
Drop that mic, boy.
That is a lot.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase
weekend.
necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.